Good morning, team. We are starting in another 6-7 minutes of time. I would request each one of you to please take your subsequent seats. I request to the registered team, if in case anybody hasn't received their hackathon t-shirts, could you please raise your hand so that we can take a count? My team would get back to you. Saksham, if you can. This box will come over there, and then you can just let them know if you haven't received your t-shirts. But in the meantime, I would like, if in case we can make a little less noise, put the mobile phones on little silent mode. Let's start settling in. The people at the back, if you can settle down, please, people at the back. Abhi, if you can, please look out for the people who haven't received their t-shirts. Guys, if you can raise your hand and reach out to Abhiram. Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much.
Good morning, everyone. I would request everybody to sit down. Please have a seat, guys. We're going to start the hackathon in 5 minutes. Please settle down. I would request everybody to sit down. We are going to start hackathon in 2 minutes, please. Participants, please take your seat. Good morning, participants. I welcome you. My name is Saurabh Lal, and I welcome you to this DSCI EY Cybersecurity Hackathon, Capture the Flag. And I congratulate you for qualifying the first round and getting into the final round, which is today. And I wish you best of luck for the same. And please have a ethical hacking. I would request Vivek to take this forward and share his welcome address, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Saurabh. Okay. So, very good morning, all. Good morning. Okay. So, I welcome you all for the Capture the Flag Hackathon that Data Security Council of India hosting in partnership with EY. So this is our 6th year that we are consecutively conducting this hackathon. Due to pandemic, last 2 years we had to conduct this on the virtual platform. Still, we have received the overwhelming response in last 2 years, and I really thankful. And again, I take opportunity to welcome you at the Lila Ambience, where we are hosting this event again in a physical format. So always we have been receiving good response for this Capture the Flag Hackathon every year. Also in the pandemic, you have shown really a good response and played the confidential wherever you are. You made our monitoring a little difficult in last 2 years, being in the virtual. But again, and good to see you all in the physical format. And I think we have definitely received good number of team traveling across the country from south part of India, then also some northeast part of India. So I think we have received really good mix of audience here. Firstly, I welcome you all for this hackathon. So in today's world, I think ethical hacking or white hat, hacking is very much important in terms of identifying those critical vulnerabilities. And in a way, you guys are really contributing well in terms of identifying those known and unknowns. Uh, and in the today's time, if you had to talk about numbers, the Indian bug bounty hackers are really making a good mark across the globe. So as per recent studies that we are seeing, like 10 to 15% of bugs and vulnerabilities are found by Indian hackers. Really, that's a really good stats that we have, right? After the United States, and approximately out of 10 hackers, the 4 5 are the Indian bug bounty hackers. So I think as a country, we are definitely doing a phenomenal job, and today also we expect to the same kind of environment, be competitive as much you can. So team here with me from EY, DSCI put a lot of efforts to build the challenges, problem statements. So again, welcome all of you, and I would like to say all the best to you. Without that delay, I would like to invite Mr. Vinayak Godse, Chief Executive Officer of Data Security Council of India, to share his remarks and guide and share his insights for this hackathon. Vinayak.
Thank you, Vivek, and I really welcome you all from bottom up heart to Annual Information Security Summit, which is the 17th version of this year. We started somewhere in 2006-7, and we are running 17th year this year, and it's a very 3 days long, kind of a very wide agenda. We'll do a lot of session discussions and a lot of interactions, master classes. We are doing a lot of those interesting element in this year. But in all of the things that we have been doing in Annual Information Security Summit, Hackathon since 2016-17 become a very important part of the Annual Information Security Summit. So this is probably the 6th year that we are doing together with the NY team. And every year we are seeing quite interesting and quite a overwhelming response to the things that we are putting together as this hackathon. This is probably the culminating event in cybersecurity, probably in the hackathon ecosystem as well. This is probably the culminating hackathon to end the year as well, actually. So, so this particular hackathon, as we know that, as we talked about, India has been recognized as a bug bounty capital of the world. We had been doing a lot of that work and probably securing a lot of global products as well. At the same time, we are also trying to really, in a way, building our own capability as well. The Data Security Council of India with Government of India had been also working to participate into a lot of those global world skill competitions, and we had been earning quite a good kind of prizes and accolades in global platform. And because of this preparedness, because of this ecosystem that we have in India, and most importantly, because of the people like you who have been really coming and addressing and probably taking those challenges, is possible to establish that global leadership. So we know, and that is also happening nowadays with the Government of India, all the world skill competition that we have been attending. India is definitely at a number 1, number 2, number 3 level, and that is consistent in last 6-7 years of time, basically. So we all know that assurance is important, testing is important, uh, because any product that we are building and the kind of volume and velocity of the product that getting built and getting deployed is increasing so fast basically. So every product which is now exposed to the internet, and we all know that there are millions of situations probably that will go well for that particular product, but there may be a possibility of one instance which would create a larger ramification for security. And that's what, with all that design thing that you do, with all that architecture you have, the development that you have, all the preparation that you have, control that you think about, there could be still small possibility which could probably create a problem for that particular product and which would create a larger ramification for security or privacy as well. And nowadays privacy also becomes very important part. So when it is happening, so the role of assessment, role of testing the product for security and the security uh, challenges and problems basically, and the possibilities basically with which it could go wrong is very critical and important. And that was the objective of this today's hackathon. So one definitely put together the challenges, and the challenges can help us understand how people can solve those challenges, to know what are different ways that could be used to hack or to compromise the security. That's one important part. At the same time, the challenges helps us to improve the capabilities as well, because the challenges improves our capabilities and skills in this particular area, makes us better to secure organizational ecosystem, secure the product, secure the overall enterprise security as well. So that had been basically objective of this particular hackathon, and which fits into the overall agenda of the data annual information security summit. And we have been doing it for last 6-7 years with AI team. Basically, we had been doing this 6 times since 2017, and we had tried to do justice in terms of even creating this problem statement with a large number of team from UNY involved in this particular work. And this particular hackathon, that's what is recognized because of the effort that we together to devise those challenges. And you will hear your feedbacks also on those challenges basically. So how well we also fare in the devising those challenges will be also very important for us to know as a team. I really thank ANY team to be with us for last 6-7 years to do this hackathon, to host this hackathon. And also the DSA team led by Vivek, which has been doing this particular thing since last 6-7 years, since we started this hackathon. So with this in mind, thanking you all for joining, thanking you all for participating, and EYT as well. So I really welcome you to Hackathon and Annual Information Security Summit 2020. Thank you.
So I'll request Prashant Chaudhary, partner EY, to share quick insights, and then we'll begin with the keynote, and then we'll do a flag off ceremony. Prashant.
Good morning, everyone. So I just have a question. How many of you are less than 25 years old? Can you raise your hand? Okay. So, there's a prediction from so many firms, who do this, who are into this business of prediction. Even my firm, EY, we are very passionate about, the country and the economy which is getting built. You might have heard that India is aspiring to become a 10 trillion economy by 2030. So when we become a nation of 10 trillion, this nation will be built on the backbone of digital. And you guys who are less than 25 and other guys who are less than 60, we will all be building this digital economy of 10 trillion. And one thing which is absolutely important to get a digital economy of 10 trillion right is what? Cybersecurity. Because you can't have a digital economy in which cyber is not there in the place. And who are those people who will be fixing or building the cyber of this 10 trillion digital economy? Where are those people today? In this room. There you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, a big warm welcome to the EY DSAI National Hackathon. And I can tell you that you are in this room because you were selected and shortlisted. Last year, this hackathon was run virtually. We had more than 400 people who were participating. This year, the applicants were way more because, like Vinayak mentioned, this is the 6th or 7th year of the hackathon which has been run. And what we did was, we did a very careful shortlisting to cherry pick people who are cream de la cream of India. So you are here because you have already made a mark. You should be proud of this. And I can also tell you, amongst you, there are people from top-notch colleges, IITs, national universities. There are cyber researchers. There are hardcore pen testers. There are bug bounty hunters. There are people from corporates, the top-notch cybersecurity teams. So, right now, the future of cyber in India is right now here in this room. So enjoy the day. I'm really looking forward to you in terms of who amongst you comes out to be winner. And it's just not about winning, it's also about participating in the right spirit. Thank you.
Thanks, Prashant. So now I'll request Murli Rao, Cyber Leader EY India, to share his keynote address.
Hey guys, very good morning. Can I have your attention, please? Nothing much left for me to say apart from what Vinayak and Prashant said, except for a few things. As Prashant was saying, you guys are the brightest of the bright, and you ought to hold your head high to have found a place in this room, for you to display your skills and challenge yourself to the next level. So first of all, congratulations on that. And it's very heartening to see so many, I think 85 to 90% of the room is sub 25 years of age. So you are our future. No need for me to keep on re-emphasizing that. A few things that all of us need to keep in mind, when you are going to build your, I would presume that most of you would want to build your career as a career in the domain of the cybersecurity, right? How many of you would want to do that? Yep, there you go, almost all of you. What's important is that the hacking skills are primary and predominant, for you to move your career ahead in the domain of cybersecurity. But at the same point of time, if you really want to go places, then you got to learn a lot. Cybersecurity is one space where learning happens on a day-to-day basis. People like me who have spent time in the industry, we'll find ourselves redundant very easily if I don't read up, if I don't catch up, if I don't learn, on a day-to-day basis. So be clear about one thing: while it is exciting, it's very taxing, it's very demanding to be in the domain of cybersecurity. What's also important is that you get to hack because somebody has left something uncovered, right? Now, I would presume that 90% of you or 99% of you or 100% of you are going to be in the domain of ethical hacking. You don't want to go on the wrong side of the law, right? So what's important for us to understand is, because you get to hack because somebody has left something uncovered, which means that the enterprise or whichever network has left it uncovered, they are blissfully blind. They don't even know that there is a digital surface which is actually existing out there, which invites people like you or who do it from an ethical perspective, and people like various different threat actors across the world, right? You keep hearing about, you keep reading, you keep analyzing many different kinds of threat actors who are out there in the world. Nowadays, if you have observed one thing, that people who hack for crime, those guys have morphed, or their activities have come down, and the kind of people who have taken that place are the nation-state actors. So you would see a lot of governmental institutions, a lot of public sector enterprises, national critical infrastructure enterprises, who are going to get hacked as we move forward. Now, the onus is on us as the cybersecurity enthusiasts and people who love this domain of cybersecurity, for us to ensure that you're only as good as the visibility that you have in the enterprise. If you don't know what you need to protect, if you don't know what you need to defend, if you don't know what you don't know, then what will you defend or what will you secure? So cybersecurity cyber defense is a function of visibility in the enterprise. So it's absolutely critical that all of you need to understand the fact that while it is important for you to learn to how to exploit, but it is also important for you to learn how to defend. And defense is a function of visibility. So one important message that you would all want to take forward in your career is, how can I continuously keep increasing the visibility that I have in my enterprise or for whoever I'm going to work for in the in my near future? That's a very important one. The second thing that you ought to observe is that you would want to realize is that the world is growing, right? Today, everything is digital. You heard about Digital Bharat, Digital India, the amount of time, effort, and resources that the government of India is sinking into making us as one of the most digitally powered nations in the world is extreme. Very rarely you come across any other country of our size having been digitally connected so much. And we are not even at 5% of our potential ability, for us to completely realize the ability of being totally digital in Bharat. So just imagine when entire Bharat becomes digital, what would happen? What's the kind of issues that it would give rise to? What would be the kind of problem statements that it would come to? So what you need to understand is getting digital is a function of many different functions. It's about somebody developing an e-commerce application, somebody connecting B2B systems, somebody connecting consumers to enterprises. So what happens is that there are many other functions in an enterprise or in the world out there, like DevOps, like people who take care of applications, people who take care of cloud, data centers. So it's important for you to understand how they function and secure by design. DevOps needs to be secure by design. You need to look at and explore, in being an ethical hacker, you need to look at and explore, how can I test the systems to the extremes? I think many of you would have heard about chaos engineering. How many of you have heard about chaos engineering? See, that's a very small population. You've heard about companies like Netflix, Twitter, Apple. They undertake this new methodology called chaos engineering, which is nothing but testing and pushing your systems to the extreme so that you know what is the point of failure, what are the potential points of failure, and what are the reasons as to why those failures are going to get caused. So as a cybersecurity enthusiast, it's not only important for you to learn the depths of what the cyberspace offers to you, but it's absolutely critical for you to learn what's happening in the ecosystem. The newer methodologies, the newer ways of engineering, one would need to look at and learn all that. So these were two important things that I wanted to put out in front of you. One is visibility. The second one is learn newer paradigms of testing and pushing your systems to the extreme. Yeah. So with that, I think all of you are ready and geared up to chase the flag. I would say, look at in EY we recruit a lot of people from the perspective of who are good cybersecurity engineers, good cybersecurity enthusiasts. And we keep looking at not only your ability to hack and probably bring down a system, but also your ability to grasp much way beyond the domain of ethical hacking. So with that, thank you for listening to me. Have a wonderful day, and I'm sure that all of you will stand to learn and get more rich by the end of the day. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Murli, for your insights. So now I'll request Murli, Vinayak, and Prashant to be on a stage to officially flag off the Capture the Flag 2022. Yeah. So since we started the day, I think I'll hand over to Velu for a technical briefing. So thank you, Vinayak, Murli, and Prashant for officially flagging of the CTF 2022. So over to you, Velu, for a technical briefing.
Thank you, Vivek. Good morning, all. So welcome to the hackathon. So I'll just give a quick brief. I'll not take much time. So the CTF is hosted on this platform. You can see the URL there. Okay, you can access to that, and we already shared the credentials to you. Okay, so we have close to 90 plus challenges. Okay, so we distribute among different categories, and based on the severity also, complexity also. So we have easy, medium, and hard challenges, which totally comes to like 40 plus. And we have fast fingers also, which will come through like any time in between. Okay, so we have 5 set of fast fingers, and the total duration, it will go for 8 hours. Next. Okay, so we are covering most of the challenges under these categories, like forensics, cryptography, web exploitation, system exploitation. Then we have traffic analysis, then malware analysis. We have a lot of things in this. Okay? Yeah, next. Yeah, any questions? Okay, so let me finish this. Okay, so we have actually mentioned the average time for solve of each category of challenges. Now you can see this, the high normally takes like 30 minutes, and it will carry like 150 points. Medium will carry 100 points, and easy ones will carry 50 points. The fast fingers will carry 10 points each. Okay, total comes around like 1,500 plus. And yeah, that's it about it. I'll hand over this to my colleagues Saksham and Ekta. They will read out the do's and don'ts of the hackathon event. Okay, thank you so much. Happy hacking. Yeah, guys.
So guys, I request that you please listen to this with full cognition. This is the most important part. Let's pay full attention. Can we have a round of silence, please, please? I sincerely request the silence to be maintained. I'm going to recitate the do's and don'ts of this hackathon challenges. In addition to the rules of hackathon, all participating members are expected to adhere to the rules and policies of the Leela Ambience, Gurugram. Any participating team's unethical or malicious behavior, regardless of performance in the competition, will not be tolerated by the organizers. All the teams are prohibited from sharing concept notes, screenshots, challenge briefs on social media platforms or any other public platforms. Failure to comply this will result in disqualification and further legal action. Teams should work independently. Sharing answers or collaborating with other teams to secure multiple spots is deemed as unprofessional conduct. All the traffic is monitored strictly. Any attack on the CTF infrastructure is a serious violation of conduct. The teams indulging in any such acts will be blacklisted for all future editions of the hackathon. Participating teams are prohibited from doing DOS attacks on the hackathon challenges or on the CTF infrastructure. Decision of the organizing team shall be final and binding. No additional time will be granted to finish the challenges during the course of the hackathon. As per system configuration and rules of CTF, only one request per user is allowed for web challenges. If the teams are performing fuzzing, then maximum 2 threads are only permitted. The participating team is responsible for putting in place the required setup and arranging all the hacking tools. The organizers will not provide any such logistics. The credentials of the CTF platform shall be provided to the teams prior to the commencement of the competition. They are permitted to change the default login password later on. Thank you. This is all about the do's and don'ts. I hope everything is clear. If there is any discrepancy, anybody has any other question, you can please call out. I perceive this is a no. I'll go on to the next part. Saksham to take over, please. Thank you.
Okay, so now we are talking about the vigilance and the monitoring section. So in this section, any activities or actions that would interfere, obstruct, or disturb other teams, participant, and event organizers. And the second point I can say that is spying on other teams and participants and event organizers. The main point which I just want to highlight in this section, it's like you're not supposed to conduct any malicious type of stuffs, like a DDoS you're not supposed to conduct. A network monitoring, we are doing it continuously from our side, so you're not supposed to do such type of activity over here. Any malicious activity, and if we have identify you, like we will just terminate your access, that type of thing will be happen. And other than that, you're not supposed to share anything with any other team member. That's also a main thing which we are looking for it over here. We are not, we don't want you to share your details with anyone else or share your flags with anyone else. These are the key points, and other team, our teams will monitor you in all the cases for it, and we will see your laptops also all the time. So at any point of time, we have identified like you are doing something, you're sharing something, or you are accessing, giving access to someone else. That in that case also, your access will be revoked from our side. Thank you. Happy hacking to everyone. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Saksham. Thank you, Ekta. Guys, we'll share you the Wi-Fi password to you. Okay, you can use that for like your internet access. One moment. Please make a note of this Wi-Fi password details. Yeah. So you can see that this is the URL you're going to access, and you can log in with the credentials, and this is the Wi-Fi password. You can access internet using this. Okay. If you are facing any difficulties, please reach out to our volunteers. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hey, one more thing. Please note, no personal devices are allowed. If we find any IPs coming from different from the hotel IP, then we'll blacklist that. Okay? Yeah. Thank you so much. Happy hacking. So we are starting the platform in 2 minutes. Okay, you'll be able to access all the challenges from there.
All those people who are not participating in the hackathon are requested to vacate the premises. Thanks. All those who are not participating in the hackathon are requested to vacate the chairs for the participants. Thank you. That is the
Okay, guys, platform is available for you with all the challenges. Okay, please start. Thank you. And if you have any problem in logging in, please let us know. Please reach out to our volunteers and we'll help you out on that.
Volunteers, can you put on your white cap so that you can be identified? And to all players, as you are all logging in simultaneously, this system will just take a few minutes to settle and to take the load. So relax. And if you have logging issues, we'll sort it out for you.